why take everything so seriously? Why look so deeply into matters? Why not just wing it? I mean, after all, just follow your heart. That's all that really matters. You don't need to worry about things like facts. Don't worry about what might actually happen in life. Just wing it. Isn't that the best strategy? Well, Miyamoto Musashi thought about this and watched others fail around him his whole life. And he realized when it comes time to make a decision, don't make that decision on mixed feelings. Make that decision with as much information as possible and with facts. How often in life do you get a chance to make a decision with all the information? I mean, let's be realistic. Very seldom do you get all the information necessary to make a decision. But ultimately, you have to make that decision. So, what did Miyamoto Musashi mean 500 years ago when he said, do not make decisions based upon mixed feelings? When he said that, what did he mean? That you absolutely have to know everything? You have to have all the information in front of you? Or did he mean when the time comes to make a decision, make it based upon the data? Make it based upon what you know, as much as you know. Not what you feel about the matter, but what you know about the matter. And when I think about that, it really rings true to exactly how we are today. This is a 500-year-old saying, and it's so true to today. To make a decision as best you can with as much information as you can, so you don't have a mixed feeling about it. You have as much information as you can have, and you make that decision. About life, about a career, about what you choose to study. Don't forget how much money it costs to study certain fields these days. Make it based upon what's going to happen when I finish that study. Am I going to have a job waiting for me? Am I going to have a career waiting for me? Or what about with a relationship? To just jump into it? What do I know about this person really? How much do I know about them? When times get rough, when money gets tight, how much do I know about this person? What do I know about their family? What do they know about me? I mean, have they even done any research on me? I mean, are they even interested in me and my background and my family? It's an interesting way to look at a very real situation from today and realize it still rang true all those centuries ago. I think about the phrase, actions mean more than words. When I see that people talk about what they say is going to happen, what they say they're going to do, compared to what happens and what they do. And I think this is part of the same philosophy, because it goes back to the idea that facts matter more than feelings and opinions. Not to say that opinions don't matter, because an opinion can be based upon a lot of information, and you can listen to it. Not to say that a feeling doesn't matter, because you may feel a certain way because of what you've seen and done in the past. It may be based upon experience. Again, there is knowledge to be taken from that. But the final decision that you make in your life for something that is so important as maybe what you're going to do with your life, who you're going to be with, what you intend to do that could be a life and death situation, or major changes in your life. To make those decisions based upon, as much as possible, the facts. Not ignoring the feelings. Not ignoring opinions. But to make the decision based upon what you know to be true, as much as possible. I think about the word intuition. Intuition. What is it? And before you make decisions on it, what do we know about this word intuition? Basically, your intuition could actually be based upon things that you know to be true. Your intuition about an area, your intuition about what's happening in a certain place, a certain city, a certain part of a city, a certain state, a certain country. Your intuition may be based upon what you have learned about that. But should you always act on that intuition? Or should you learn as much as possible about the facts? You see, this is where I like to say, gather as much information as possible. And I think to the same as a business leader, the same as the head of a household, you start to formulate your decisions based upon as much as possible. Is intuition completely ruled out? No, because intuition is often based upon things that you have experienced in the past, or things that you know about a certain area, or a certain person. So you may have an intuition that leads you down a certain decision. So I wouldn't rule out intuition. It's just that the level of decision that gets made based upon feelings, opinions, and intuition, if they're going to affect the rest of your life, you better come with more data than just that. Our major decisions that we make in life, the decisions that will affect our career, our health, our family, for military leaders, for the lives of all those that serve underneath us. These decisions need to be made with as much information as possible, with as much data as possible. Before I choose to study a certain path, before I choose a certain career, before I choose a certain person to be with me for the rest of my life. Taking the time to get to know as much as possible and make the most educated decision as possible. Again, Miyamoto Musashi saw so many act upon their immediate feelings, their emotions, maybe driven by hatred and anger, and losing on the battlefield because of it. This is where I believe he formulated this idea of not making decisions based upon mixed feelings. Notice that in nowhere did it say, ignore the feelings, ignore the opinion, ignore the intuition. That's not what was said. What was said is not to make the final decision based upon them. I appreciate you spending some time with me, and I appreciate you commenting on this series. Remember that this is also a conversation, so I would like you to comment in these videos and discuss what your thoughts are. Take these precepts and go down a road with them in the comment section as you see fit, because it's educational for all of us. We will continue on again next week. And as always, have a wonderful week. Be good to each other, and we will talk again. Aloha.